Okay guys, today's the day. We're going to do the tour of my new rig. Everything's not done yet, but that's okay. I thought I'd just take you along and show you what we got going on. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. Of course, I'd love to see a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this. Let me know what you like and what you don't like. All right, we're gonna roll the intro and get right into it. First, we got to start with a little bit of kit cam right there. There he is. That's the kit. All right, channeling Matt from Matt's RV Reviews. Model is 2017 Phoenix Cruiser, made by Phoenix USA in Elkhart, Indiana. And they've been making them this way pretty much a long time, a little over 20 years, I think. The model is a 2552. This particular model is 26 feet 10 inches long. It's 2 feet longer than my last rig, and it's got some really cool features. So let's start right up here at the door. The step to get into the cab is enclosed by the door, so much cooler appearance, I think, than having it exposed as it was on my Mercedes. It's an automatic step. That's both a good thing and a bad thing. So far it's fine, but when it fails, I'm gonna have a problem. And I'm gonna see if I can show you this so you can actually see it. Let's look down the side of the coach. Notice that these walls are not straight. That's by design. So this is actually a somewhat more aerodynamic design than you would typically get in a Class C RV. And oh, by the way, don't tell me it's a B+, because there is no such thing. It is a Class C, even though it does not have a cab over the bunk over the cab. It's all storage up there, but it's still a Class C. A Class B is a van that is built on a van body versus a Class C, which is a van chassis. So this is an E450 Super Duty chassis, but it's called a cutaway chassis. Then they build the coach on the back of it. So that's the difference between a B and a C. Coming down the side here, that's the water heater, of course, and then down below is the battery compartment, which probably won't be for too much longer because I'm putting lithium and solar on in a couple weeks. This is an outside storage compartment, all slam latches, which is nice. This is the gravity water feed. It's really nice to have that feature back. This is the furnace outlet and access. And then this one is pretty cool. The top flips up and the bottom is a drawer that pulls out. So very cool. Moving on around the back, we've got the ladder that it comes with, which folds up out of the way, and then this is my ladder hanging on the back so I can access the slide to clean it and stuff like that. And then we've got this big storage compartment that opens up on the back. That's got my solar panels and stuff like that in it. I think it's a 7,500 pound hitch and skid rollers, which I have not skidded yet, so I'm really happy about that. On this side is the macerator pump hose and controls. So macerator pump versus standard sewer that is just gravity fed. The macerator pump is actually really, really cool. Just a little bit of back flushing and I'm able to get the tank completely cleaned out, which is really nice. Got an outdoor shower here. This is the fuel tank filler. That's the city water connection, which I haven't ever used yet, but there's also a bypass there for winterizing, which I don't expect to ever have to do. Then down under here, on the right-hand side, there is the propane, and the generator is in front there. So the generator access is a little bit dicey in that you see how small that door is. Well, in order to use it, you have to actually open up that door, take off the cover for the generator, and then you can access the generator. So it's a really tight compartment to work in, but so far, no big deal. We have awning style windows, so you can leave them open when it's raining. Slide cover with an AlumiGuard cover for that, for when the slide's in. Schwintek slide mechanism. they've gone back and forth on these. They had a completely different slide mechanism on my friend's that I looked at a couple months ago. Hers is a 2015, I think. And then they changed to the Schwintek. And I don't know if they're using that or something else again at this point. Nice big awning. I mean, really big awning. Look at how long it is. I mean, it's as long as the coach body itself. So that's really nice. Let's take a look inside. Let's go inside. Kit's already ready to greet us. I take my shoes off at the door, and the black mat here is just a mat that I bought at Walmart and cut to fit over the step, because the step is also a wood floor, just like the rest of the house is. And it was getting, kind of mucky from coming in with dirty shoes and so forth. So that absorbs if they're damp or whatever, and then I just leave my shoes there. Up front, we've got the cab area, the entertainment unit, storage on both sides. The TV is a 32-inch smart TV, pulls out, swivels, doesn't tilt, swivels either direction, all those good things. More storage on the side here, and more storage over here. This is basically my office equipment and so forth. And then down below here, we've got a recliner. This recliner has a latch mechanism that holds it in place in motion, and you undo that so you can move it around. And you can pull it out, move it, face the TV, whatever you want to do with it. This is the same table that I used in my previous rig, because it had no table that was useful at all. Henry came with a pretty sizable table that has legs that fold out and would sit on the floor here. But just like in Isaac, it's heavy, it's bigger than it needs to be, and it would be in the way much of the time. With this one, I just flip it upside down on top of the sofa when I'm ready to go, and I don't even bother putting the legs down anymore, although I could store it behind the sofa if I wanted to. The sofa reclines. Find the button here. So, and then there's a footrest that pulls out from underneath. It also turns into a double-sized bed. All of the brain stuff is over here, the generator, starter, the inverter, and the tank levels, as well as the slide control mechanism. These are outlet expanders. I've got one on this side, and then I've got another one over on this side. You can't see it behind the recliner. I've had those for a long time because it really helps to be able to plug in multiple things like USB chargers and that kind of stuff. I decided to put my map of the country inside on a wall this time. So this is kind of fun. What I did was the package that this came in had a piece of cardboard. I went to Dollar Tree, got a piece of black poster board, and glued that to the cardboard, and then put the map outline on top of that. Not perfect, but I kind of like it there. Every other time I've done it on the outside, like on the side of the slide. And then I end up leaving my map behind when I get rid of the rig. In fact, when I sold my my travel trailer, the people that bought that left my map on because they said it made it look like they went more places. Okay, I get it. And then we got storage up above here. I'm using some bins to help organize stuff. My spices are down on the other end, snacks and stuff in the middle. A surprising amount of storage up there. I didn't think it was going to be that big, but it is. The slide mechanism is a Schwintek. Seems to be working just fine so far. Yay. There's lots of light in here, which I love, and I love the light-colored wood. Over here, we've got one of my favorite features, actually, is the pantry with 3 really big drawers that pull out. I mean, just to give you an idea, you can kind of see how far back that goes. It's as deep as the slide. That's how far back it goes. So a lot of storage in there. Really nice to have a separate refrigerator and freezer again. And this one works so much better than the one did in my last rig. So that's really nice. Kit was gifted this lovely bed by our friends Dwight and Laura. And he really likes it. And then another friend of mine, Lisa, told me about the kneader feeder. And I bought that before I got rid of my last rig, but boy, is that thing a lifesaver. If you haven't heard of it, and they come in all different sizes, if you spill water it goes through these little holes down into the bottom section, and if he spills food, then it stays up in the top section. So when I'm driving down the road and I hit bumps and whatever, I'm no longer dumping food and water all over the floor, which I used to do. Over here is the kitchen. And one of the things that I really like about this unit is being able to leave my Berkey out even when I'm traveling. So I've got it bungeed to the wall, but it seems to stay in place just fine anyway. But I do go over some bumpy roads, so I'd rather have it secured. I love all the big windows in here. Look at the size of the microwave, guys. This thing is huge, and it is truly a convection oven. It actually works. I made cornbread in it the other day just to, find out how well it works. Dishes and coffee pot are stored up here. Got some storage down below the sink, not as much as you think, because it's mostly blocked off from like here back, taking up with the equipment. And then we got 3 drawers here. One of the nice things that they do is they include this divider. So I've got 2 levels for my utensil drawer. So that's really nice. And then this door opens and it has, I'll show you because it's actually pretty cool. The paper towel holder is a little bit of an issue, as in I couldn't find any place else to put one, so I just lived with that. But this has a pull-out extension, so you can use this as additional counter space or for a cutting board or whatever. And then it's got 2 good-sized drawers here, which is where my pots and pans and extra utensils and stuff go for cooking-related things. And the paper towel holder actually seems to work just fine for me, so no complaints there. And then moving back into the bedroom, we've got a curtain here. You just unsnap and it can pull all the way across so you can have privacy, or in the wintertime I may close it so that the bedroom itself stays warmer. Twin size beds, one on each side. The one on the left is the one that I'm sleeping on, and that's it's a little bit longer than the one on the right. Actually quite a bit longer. This one is 32 by 74, and this one is, I think, 32 by 68 or something like that. It's definitely much smaller. So this is basically storage. And these bolsters, there's 4 of them, came with the unit. They're not selling them this way anymore. I think they've decided that people are not going to turn this into a king-size bed, because think about it for a moment. In order to do that, this is actually a really cool feature. There's a switch here underneath that will bring the bed out. And so they'll come together in the middle. And then there's a little platform piece underneath of the mattress that you put across and then put the bolsters on. And theoretically, you've got a king-size bed. Well, look at this. You lose access to the bathroom unless you're climbing over the bed when you do that. So I think they still have the same design, but they've stopped including these bolsters. And my original thought was that I was going to keep the bolsters and drop them off at the garage with the house that I turned into a rental, and just keep them until I get rid of this rig. But you know what? I'm going to just get rid of them. I'm not going to carry them around anymore. They'll be gone in the next day or two, because they take up a lot of space, and this space would feel neater to me without having them here. So they're going to be gone. There's also a lot of storage here. So we've got storage cabinets above. Don't know if I should open this or not. Yeah, it's okay. Not sure if things are going to fall out. So I use as many baskets and so forth as I can to keep stuff organized. And then on this side, I've got backpacks. This one's going to fall out. Backpacks and tripods and my yoga mats up there, all kinds of stuff, actually. And then this has actually worked out quite well. This is my appliance garage. So, air fryer, Instant Pots on the next shelf down, my induction cooktops there, my NutriBullet, my shake mix stuff. The other side has not worked out as well yet. I'm still working on that one. Oh good, nothing's falling. So my vacuum cleaner's in here, paper plates and stuff like that. Some overflow kitchen stuff, which I might be getting rid of, because if I'm not really using it, I probably don't need to keep it. So I'm going to go through some stuff in here and get rid of some more stuff. I was not able to work out the shelving system in here that I did on the other side because the wall curves differently on this side in the back. So, work in progress, no big deal. Moving into the bathroom, trash can down on the floor and Kit's food back in the corner. One of the things, again, that I really like about this rig is this little shelf across the back behind the toilet. My toiletry basket is just stuck down with nano tape stuff, and it doesn't move. It stays there the whole time. I don't have to put anything away. It's one of the things I'm really enjoying. I don't have to put things away when I drive. Storage up above here, medicine cabinet. I've got some more of these up front. I'll show you that in a moment. The shower's a decent size. And then there's a little linen closet over here on this side, which is quite handy. This is the big wardrobe. And I was able to bring the shelving unit that I had in my last rig over here and have it work out perfectly well. This side's a little bit jumbled yet. I'm still working on this, but all of my hanging clothes are here. And my broom and dustpan, my Swiffer. I Swiffer the floor every day because Kit seems to throw off an awful lot of hair. And I bring mess in from outside. The window in the back here does not open. I kind of wish it did. But there is a ceiling vent up above with a little motor on it. The sink works perfectly well. More storage underneath. And then there's a sliding door here that will close off the bathroom as well. So, all in all, I am very, very happy with Henry. And it's Henry because it's on a Ford chassis. So, yeah, I love the screen door. The screen door just slides across instead of being the typical kind that, you know, opens out and back in. Look at the door. I mean, I don't know if you guys are really getting this, but the door, like the side of the coach, is curved. It's not a straight flat door. And it's heavy. It closes very solidly. I really like that. The awning's out for, I don't have it up very often, but it has LED lights underneath. It's all LED lights inside the entire coach. A couple more cool features to mention. It is a single bowl sink, as you can see from there. And the cover is split into two pieces, which is really handy because I can use this piece for an extra bit of counter when I'm cooking. And the other piece is stored back here in this little slot behind the stove, which is big enough to hold my big cutting board as well as both of the halves of this. So that's a cool feature. Water pump, got a switch right here, got another water pump switch in the bathroom in the back, and another water pump switch, making a total of 3 outside by the macerator pump controls. So that's really cool. And then the water heater itself is both electric and gas. So if you want super fast water and you've got plenty of electricity available, you can run both at the same time and get hot water even faster. But it seems to be pretty fast and efficient as it is. And this is just so much more livable than my last one was. One of the things, can I sit down too, Kit? Thank you. One of the things that's really nice about this is being able to have things put away. You know, in the last one, which was, you know, it's 2 feet smaller, and the layout was not nearly as nice, not nearly as much floor space. And because it was so tight, I had things bungeed to the backs of both of the seats, hanging off of hooks, you know, right off of the walls. I mean, I still have my jacket hanging off a hook right there. But it just always felt super cluttered to me. And this just feels nice and neat and tidy, just like home. Day-night shades on all the windows except the one over the kitchen. That's got the typical blinds. I think they do that because of potential fire hazard. But let me show you a couple of things that I've done. So, like, see this little guy right here? I put these up here and in the bathroom. So they're towel holders. And you just stick your towel in. And it's out of the way, and it's out of the way, but also really handy and easy to get to. And then these 2 hooks were here when I came. One's got my shoe horn, because I try not to break down the backs of my shoes, but I don't untie them. I know, bad me. And then my keys for everything except the ignition hang there. I got a little basket here with Kit's leash and his vest and so forth, and a little dust broom right there so I can clean up any messes as they occur. All in all, guys, I gotta tell you, this is just an awesome rig. So thanks for coming along on the tour. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And as always, please subscribe if you haven't already. Give me a thumbs up, and I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.